I always knew this day would come. I guess it's time to rip off the Band-Aid. I recently bought $500 worth of Warhammer. This $500 worth, in fact. This was a mistake. This was entirely a mistake. It doesn't even fit on the camera. There's too much stuff. There's too much stuff here. What you're looking at here is over 2,000 points worth of Space Marines, specifically of the Black Templar Space Marine chapter. And I have a huge problem when it comes to these. They're unbuilt and unpainted. This is the classic Warhammer problem, and I've got a massive pile of shame right now. It's huge. So for my own sake, I'm gonna need to build these fast. So today we're going to see, can I build over 2,000 points worth of Space Marines in a single night? Because I'm actually worried. I don't think I can. But, you know, I like to challenge myself a little here on the channel. Okay, and so without further ado, let's get started on the heavy intercessors. We're gonna start pretty easy with these guys. Fingers crossed anyway, I'm hoping that they're easy. And this is a little bit of a treat for me because I actually haven't built Space Marines since, God, the 2000s? Maybe 2005? Oh, showing my age. Yeah, so let's have a treat then. We're gonna do that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, actually. I'm gonna need to reference that box. Let's see. We got our decals, which I can use, actually. I can use they're for later. They're for going on later. Got our instruction manual here. Read this first. I think we should be fine. Games Workshop, they do nice instructions, but God, there's a lot to it. So importantly, I want all my stuff to be what you see is what you get. Ultimately, I don't know what I'm doing with this army, but I want it to be playable in a Games Workshop store. So we've got to pretend like we have the most anal retentive person ever inspecting all our minis. Okay, what are we looking for? We're looking for a body. We're looking for 50 and 49. It begins. Wait, what the hell is 49? Oh. All right, on for the inaugural clip. Oh God, this, wow. Okay, that was a lot tougher than I needed to be, honestly. There's 49 done. So immediately I'm realizing that the toughest part of all this is gonna actually be just trying to find the right parts on the sprue. This is number 50 and it was a bit hard to find. It's gonna be a really long night, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, this thing's child locked. My bloody being. Yes, I am struggling with the child lock. By the way, I hope everybody's happy with mold lines, because I am. All right, this reminds me of being a kid and just having a bunch of stuff to build and paint. Back when the prices weren't quite as bad. Oh my God, there's plastic glue everywhere. Oh, geez, uh-oh. The trick there is to not touch it at all, because then suddenly your fingerprints are on there and the cops can find you if you end up shoplifting any Warhammer. I have never condoned the shoplifting of Warhammer. I think we're like 2 price rises off that. And I wonder why I don't get invited to the events. Right, I think we're definitely building the pointy guy. We definitely want to build pointy guy. I mean, it's the Games Workshop tradition, right? I mean, how would we know he's a sergeant if he's not pointing? Oh my God, this is gonna be the rest of my night. Just looking at sprues, trying to find the correct number. 64, where the hell is it? So this kit, the Heavy Intercessor kit, cost, I think around 50 bucks. And you get 5 models inside. And looking at the sprues, I honestly don't know why it costs that much. Like, in terms of plastic, in terms of product that you get, should probably be about 20 bucks at most. It's 2 sprues of plastic. This feels a little excessive. And by a little, I mean a lot. They're very chunky Space Marines, aren't they? Look how chunky these boys are. Yeah. And then, of course, the inaugural base. Whoa, look at the size of these bases for Heavy Intercessors. Damn, I forgot that their base size is so big. I have a friend, they have a Space Marine army, but they've built using a lot of the firstborn models. I kind of forgot how big the Primaris stuff is. So here we are, the very first model built as part of the Iron Judges Black Templar chapter. This will be Sergeant Detritus. Man made of rock. We're gonna start setting them on here so we can see them get built as they get built. Okay. So for those who don't know, My chapter are an inquisitorial chapter of Space Marines. They obey the Space Marines like the Minotaurs. And they are nasty, nasty guys. They're nasty, nasty guys. And we're building them to be nasty. Hence, we're going to be using helmets as much as we can because we want these guys to be faceless. Faceless monsters. That's my kind of favorite Space Marine. Okay, so I just looked at the time. It's taking me half an hour to get a single model done. We need to really hurry this up because actually, I will not be able to get these done in 24 hours if that is my pace. All right, let's keep going. Right, so I need these to be heavy rifle bolters. And I'm not sure which is which, so I have to Google here because I want all of this stuff to be WYSIWYG. I don't know which one is which, and I've kind of tried to look online, so we're just gonna pick the one that we think looks coolest. For 5 guys, they make this kit very complicated and convoluted. The Space Marine boots, they remind me of the type of shoes the Disco Stu would wear. You know, they're like flared jeans. They get flared at the bottom. Okay, we're going away from the instructions here. We're gonna put the backpack on first, even though the instructions tell me to put the arms and guns on first. We're going off-road, baby. Yeah, it just feels like this will be an easier way of doing it. Oh no, I shouldn't have gone off-road. I've immediately regret my actions. Oh, okay, that guy was kind of annoying to put together. That's 30. Where the hell's 31? Why isn't it this one? Or that one? Or any of them around here? Okay, it's over here. It's on the other side. Oh my god. But why? It's because a computer is optimized where to put everything to maximize space. Okay, so 2 hours down and I haven't completed even a single box. I still got one more heavy intercessor to do. Admittedly, I stopped to eat a sandwich, but if I'm gonna make 24 hours, I'm gonna need to go a lot faster than how I'm going. I feel like I'll have earned some sleep after all this. And with that, we are done with our first box of minis! Woohoo! So we are done our heavy intercessors. They have now been equipped with their bolt rifles and heavy bolter. And on to the next box. Oh, and if my face looks like it's melting at any stage, well, that's just because I've been at this for so long, my face is actually melting. Unlike my miniatures, I am not made of plastic. I, unfortunately, am made of flesh. And since I was a teenager, I've struggled with maintaining a skincare routine. And one of the reasons for that is that I am genuinely not sure what a skincare routine even is. This just isn't something that I was ever taught. I was handed some soap and told to wash behind my ears. I don't even wash my metal models. I'm not gonna wash behind my ears. Where do people learn this stuff? Well, luckily, I've partnered with Geology, the award-winning skincare company who sell personalized scientific solutions to skincare. Ooh. Their skincare products are completely personalized to you, and they arrive with a clear and simple guide that is easier to follow than Warhammer build instructions. So even if you have never bought or used skincare products before in the past, you will have no problems with this at all. Seriously, look at this bad boy. It's so easy to follow. And Geology base all of their products on actual science, and it really works. I've been using their products recently, and I have immediately felt the difference. Generally speaking, I put a lot of stress on my skin with full-time content creation, and I basically never ever get to see the sun. But since I've started using Geology's routines, my skin feels smoother and has totally cleared up. And right now, for a limited time, they are hooking you up with an absolutely insane offer. Just use my code Discord70 or scan the QR code on the screen, and they will give you an exclusive 70% off of their award-winning skincare trial set. On top of that, they are giving you an exclusive bonus offer of up to 50% off on additional skin, hair, and body products. All of your choice when you add it to your trial. This is one of the best offers you will see, so go get it before it's gone. That's Geology spelled Geologie, and they're offering over $150 in products for just $15. So click the link in the description below. Thanks for sponsoring today's video, Geology. It is time for the combat patrol. The nightmare begins for real. So this is the Black Templars box set. 17 minis. It's gonna have an impulsor, Crusader squad, a marshal, and 5 Primaris intercessors. Okay, this is the marshal. Let's see how I've built him in Battle Scribe. So I've given him an axe. Okay, cool. Oh, I like this guy's cloak. Haha, it's pretty sick. We're gonna have to go for this, the big massive banner, because it's just too badass. It's just too badass. It's gonna be a nightmare to paint later, but that's a problem for future discourse to worry about. Oh, my back is already starting to give. I'm too old for this. If I pose him like this, he's a little bit like, on God. That's not how you're meant to pose him, but I kind of like it. Woohoo! All right. He's our captain, so we'll put him up at the front. Okay, so next up we're gonna do the Primaris Crusader squad. They're kind of weird because they come with like 3 different Space Marines all in the one squad. So we've got a Primaris Sword Brother, a bunch of Primaris Initiates, and then some Primaris Neophytes. And we're gonna build them all basically the same way. They're all gonna come with swords and heavy pistols, except 2 Neophytes are gonna come with Pyre Blasters. All right, now we got all our bits. Now I gotta build him. All right, and the first of my Primaris Crusader squad is finally done. We are 3 hours, 20 minutes in. This does not look good. I should have started this right in the early morning, not in the evening. All right, we're making Primaris Initiates. So the Initiates have these little tabards. All right, cool. Okay, so again, more mislabels. C13 is not a leg. So, or C12, it's not a leg. So, what is it? I think the frustrating thing for me is that Games Workshop, they make really nice kits, but they make kits that require assembly instructions, right? You couldn't just pop together the same 2 legs, just a bunch of legs, a bunch of torsos, pop on arms, and away you go. You need assembly instructions. And then the assembly instructions they give you are wrong. They have issues with them. They have inaccuracies. That just makes everything take so much longer. I guess if you had an entire night just to build one kit, that's maybe not the biggest deal in the world. But when you only got a single day to assemble all of these models, it suddenly becomes a massive issue because I'm constantly bumping into these little niggly details that are literally taking me like 10, 15, 20, half an hour to sort out, and I don't have that time. Woohoo! And another one done! Yeah, shoulder pad covers all sin. Another Crusader done. Okay, the Neophytes aren't as bad. A little bit more classic. Put the torso together and away you go. Might be able to pick up the speed a little here. I'm gonna need to, because I fell way behind on those other Space Marines. It's ridiculous how much quicker I can get these built whenever everything is right beside each other. Okay, now where's my silly little monk haircuts? I've been looking forward to this bit. Oh yeah, there you are. Neophyte done. Neophyte done. Neophyte done. Neophyte done. And that makes a whole Primaris Crusader squad. Ha! And we are on our 3rd unit of the entire army. And we're on R5 of this. This is a challenge. This is a real challenge. This is harder than the painting challenge, honestly, from last year. Oh, feels good to be over that squad. All right, what's next? Next up, we're gonna do some intercessors. Classic Primaris intercessors. I've never put this kit together, so I'm really curious to see how it goes. I'm taking my heavy intercessor sergeant. I'm replacing his shoulder pads, because I've discovered there's some really cool ones in the Black Templar upgrade sprue, which I did not know about when I put those together. Wait, what the hell? They don't fit? The shoulder pad doesn't fit on the heavy intercessor. Well, that was a big mistake. The intercessors, they're laid out in a reasonable way. Things are nearby other things that they go with. Oh, it's beautiful. It's saving me so much time. Oh, this is like a dream compared to those other kits. This kit so far, I've been enjoying building it a lot more than I enjoyed building those Crusaders. So those Crusaders might be newer. They weren't as fun to build at all. Oh man, knowing I have to do another one of those Crusader squads is killing me. Oh god, I really am not looking forward to that. Well, there's big mold lines on this Space Marine head. Hey, and another squad done. Oh, we're on to 4 units done. And it only took 8 hours. The intercessors look so wee beside the heavy intercessors. Oh. It is time for our first vehicle, the Primaris Impulsor. I really hope this vehicle is not tough. I hope these vehicles are easy. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of rivets. Oh my god. There's so many. You have to put on each part of the track individually? Guys. Right. Time to get started. This sprue will be the death of me. There's so many things. Oh god, look at this. Oh. Right, 31 I'm looking for. Okay, it fits pretty flush. Oh! No, oh my god. Okay, this is turning into a bit of a nightmare. I think the thumbnail of this video, if you've clicked it, then it's probably me crying, isn't it? It's me crying. That's how I feel right now. I feel like crying. Can you tell that the paint fumes are starting to get to me? It's kind of like a little snowmobile, right? Vroom. It's very, very late. Okay, just gotta use the old scalpel here to hold it in place. Let the glue take effect. Got him. No! Oh my god, this is so annoying. Should not have put the gun on first. And repulsor done. Ooh, which gives me a whole combat patrol now. Very nice. Okay, so next up is, this is the honored of the chapter. This set really annoyed me. So this was an extremely expensive set. This was like 90 pounds, 100 pounds. And I'm gonna be getting only a couple of Space Marines out of this. Oh my god, for real. I paid 90 pounds for this. It's a single sprue. This is what I paid 90 pounds for. That is outrageous. And so because Games Workshop put this single sprue inside a starter set, they can't sell the units individually now. This is possibly the worst value box set I have ever seen. Not even bought. I've seen. I'm embarrassed to have bought this set. Oh my goodness. So we have 3 Eradicators, 3 Blade Guards, forming the Blade Guard Veteran Squad. We have a Blade Guard Ancient and a Justiciar. So I think we're making everything in here. Everything except the Chaplain. We're not making a Chaplain, because we've already got Grimaldus. Oh sure, I'll just get a 2,000 point Space Marine army and then build them all in a single night. Well done, Discourse. Very smart, very smart. The Justiciar is a pretty baller model though, so I am looking forward to getting him onto the table. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it. Oh god, it's so early. It's so late. It's both at the same time. I had a bit of a day before I actually started putting this stuff together. It might be time soon for the emergency snake. The model itself is cool. I do like the model. So that's another one done. The Justiciar. So as much as these were incredibly expensive and really bad value, they fit my Black Templars perfectly in terms of the aesthetic. They are some of the most religiously inspired Space Marines, shall we say. There's so much of the Primaris line that is actively, I would say, kind of moving more towards this tactical aesthetic. Whereas the Black Templar, they still have that very old school, like, we are religious warriors vibe. And I really like that vibe. That's the vibe I like about Space Marines. And we are done with another. This is the Blade Guard Ancient. And we have another Blade Guard Veteran done. And another one done. And another Blade Guard Veteran done. Alright guys, so we're coming up to 12 hours now, and I'm starting to fade. Yeah, I'm starting to fade pretty badly. I think it's time for the emergency snake. I knew I would need this, though I hoped I wouldn't. Good old emergency snake. You never know when you're gonna need an emergency snake. Alright, I'm ready to go again now. Next up we have the Eradicator Squad, and it's looking like our only choice again will be Tactical Rocks. And the first Eradicator done with the power of snake. I like these big multi-melter guns. Zim zim. And another one done. Oh, this guy doesn't have a helmet? Oh no, screw that, dude. This guy's head looks cool, but he'll take more time to paint, so... Alright, and with the power of snake, we got all of them done in record time, too. That's our 3 Eradicators done. We're actually through the box. Alright, people, it is time for the big boy. The Black Templar Army Box. It is time for the Black Templar Army Box. Notoriously small. Not small enough for me right now, though. We've got an Emperor's Champion, a Marshal, a Dreadnought, bunch of Crusaders, yeah. Let's get it opened. With the beautiful art on the inside as well. I love this art. Obviously extremely expensive for what you get, although luckily I got it at a very good discount. Because they were so expensive and you don't get a lot in them. They didn't sell very well. I don't see an instructions manual here. Oh, luckily, I already have an instructions manual here. I'll just use my Crusader one for these guys and the Marshal in there. And then I'll just wing the rest. I'm sure I can put together a Dreadnought without much issue. Right, time for Primaris Crusader Squad number 2. So the leader of the Crusader Squad is actually on a larger base than the rest of his squad. He's on a 40mm base. Everyone else on a 32mm base. I don't think I like that. Second time around doing this Crusader Squad, I'm getting better. And I am basically exactly where I was 14 hours ago. Searching up Primaris Crusader sprues for hands. Ah! One more Crusader... initiate? And another Primaris initiate done. Assembly line discourse on the railway again. That's when you know you lost it. When you're singing again. We are about to cross over into R15. I still have quite a lot of stuff to do. Ooh, I best get a move on. And I've got a dreadnought in there I don't have the instructions for, so that one's gonna be probably left to the end, honestly. That'll be the tough one. Okay, and that is a neophyte done. And another neophyte. And another neophyte. And the final neophyte that I will ever have to do, unless I decide to expand my army, done. Finishing off the second Crusader Squad. Very nice. Next up, got the Emperor's... I was gonna say children, but I know it's not that. It's the Emperor's hand? The Emperor's chosen one? I don't have a guide for this, but honestly, it looks pretty simple. I sort of get it. So I think let's just crack at it, see what happens. That's usually the best way to build models in my experience, you know? Especially really, really expensive Games Workshop kits. Just go for it, see what happens. Man, no wonder Games Workshop make nothing but these kind of kits these days. They're so small and cheap. Like, look at the size of this thing. And Games Workshop could sell this for like $50. That's ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. Nobody else would get away with that. Oh, it's wild. Okay. And now the Emperor's Champion is completed. Goes up beside the Marshal. Whew. There is also a dreadnought, but we're not going to build that yet because the Emperor's Champion consisted of a sprue this size. And it was pretty hard to put together, honestly, without any guidance whatsoever. So trying to put together this without any guidance whatsoever is going to be a tough ask. So I think we're going to leave, this will be the final boss. We're going to leave this to the end, I think. It is time for the Predator. Olden but golden. I've always wanted one of these, and I've never had an opportunity to get them before, so here it is. Oh, this is an old sprue. You can tell because it's not like been machine optimized. That is what Discourse likes to see. Ooh, things aren't even marked either. I wonder when this sprue was made. I think, what, 2000s? Do you remember I said earlier that I loved tracked vehicles? I lied. And if I didn't say that, I meant to. See, the instructions could be a lot better. They could show you where the actual track goes to, instead of just giving you a vague idea. It only took us a really, really long time to put that together. Now for number 2! Yeah, alright. That looks okay. I think that looks alright. Basically a rhino. I think it's lunchtime. Tomorrow. Today. Yeah. Alright, now let's transform this from a rhino to a predator. So we're going for the Predator Destructor. So the traditional turret. So what I'm starting to realize is, I think this Predator might be bad in the actual game of Warhammer 40k. It's an old kit, so you know what that means. But the Predator is so classic. I couldn't not take it as my tank of choice. You know, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm regretting not building this as a Predator Annihilator. The last cannons look pretty cool, the dual turret. Oh well, you makes your bed, you lies down. Oh, that would be lovely. Oh, and again, you can have a little head poking out, like, woo, what's going on? We'll not be doing that today. Again, we're just gonna keep everything closed. Oh, really? You can't just keep this on so that I can move the turret side to side? Perfect, and this will be called the Detestor, or something like that, or the Murder Tank. Okay, and here we go. The new Predator, our heavy ordnance. Honestly, very small. Actually, smaller than some bolt action tanks. Boop, boop. That is the Predator done. Guys, we are getting close. I can feel it. Just need to build my dreadnought without instructions and a couple of other kits, and we'll be done. Oh, okay. I think it's time for Grimaldus. That's right, it's Chaplain Grimaldus and retinue. And Grimaldus is obviously a special character for the Black Templar, and obviously I'm not playing as the Black Templar, but a successor chapter. So that means this guy's gonna be somebody called, like, Maximus Pius or something like that. No, is this a single sprue? All right, let's see what we're dealing with. So Grimaldus out for a morning stroll. That's what this model depicts anyway. Just out for a walk. I'm really tired, guys. Oh, I think I accidentally rubbed some glue in my eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna assume the Maximum Pius here is the guy on the biggest base. And that his goons are on the tiny little 28mm. Damn, I just blasted through this mini. I should have been, you know, I should have been half delirious with lack of sleep before. Would have gotten through these kits so much faster. Wow. That's one more Grimaldus done. All right, we got the little guys, the little Grimaldus dudes. Cenobites. Cenobites. Oh, this is guy carrying a big banner, huh? All right, cool. Oh, it's gonna be tough to paint. It's gonna be really, really hard to paint. Again, not a problem for me right now. A problem for future me. And the first Grimaldus goon guy is done. This guy is in trouble because he's carrying a big old thing, a big statue thing, like a giant Imperial Aquila. I think we just accidentally nailed it, so let's not touch it again. Sounds like a plan to me. We'll just let that one dry and we'll put the chain beside it and we'll start into the next guy. They all look so sad. God, I'm so tired. And the second Cenobite servitor for Grimaldus is completed. Let's finish off this last one. Let's see. We got another couple of things to add on. Got an arm and a head. Almost as bad as being charged an arm and a leg. This guy looks so miserable. He looks like somebody's told him that he's going to have to build an entire 2,000 points worth of Space Marines in a single 24-hour period. Heavy is the head that wears the giant banister. And there is our final Cenobite servitor for Grimaldus. Alright, and with Grimaldus done, you all know what that means. Oh, jeez. I've been putting it off, but I can't do it any further. I have to put together the dreadnought without the aid of a net, i.e. without any build instructions. Really hope this is simple, because I really am not in the mood for much more. The fuck am I looking at? Okay, I'm gonna need the build instructions. I gotta have a look, 1 second. I did not find the build instructions. I did find the Imperial Infantryman's uplifting primer though, which, I'll be honest, didn't help. Let's just go for it. Let's just begin. I have no idea where to begin. There's just a box. There's just a metal box on legs. Like, how hard can that be? What is all this stuff? What actually is all of this stuff? Oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I don't have the paper instructions. I have Google. What the hell am I doing? Denter Dreadnought instructions. Yes, people have uploaded pictures online. Okay, obviously, because this is Space Marines. In my defense, I'm really tired. There is no way I was gonna get this. This is such a complicated kit. Why isn't it just like front, back, sides, bada bing, bada boom? There's your clamshell. What's going on here? Final boss, come on, let's do this. Ah! I just want to sleep. Jesus, I can't fit it. I don't know where the hell the hole is. I feel like a freshman on prom night. You can tell how immensely proud Games Workshop are of the entire, like, dreadnought idea that they put a corpse inside these living machines and have them fight even in death, because it's like one of the few things that the Primaris just took wholesale and just still continue to do. Everything else is like, oh, assault marines with jetpacks? Oh, last century. But with dreadnoughts are like, corpse in a box? Hell yeah, corpse in a box. Corpse in a box is sick. All right, I think I'm hitting my second wind. Nice. Slowly building the core ball that is the dreadnought. There he is. Now it's got armor panels. My little ball is gaining armor panels. Can't have gaps now, can we? Sarcophagi isn't quite true scale. It's hard to imagine a Space Marine getting inside that little box. Inside this door here. Yeah. Oh my god, it's starting to get dark again. Oh no, we've done the dark to bright to dark. momentum. It's depressing. Never gonna get this day back. God, it's dinner time. Tomorrow. Today. I can't wait until I've done recorded this video so I can relax for some lovely hobby time. So I will say that, like, building these, as much as it has been a massive amount of stress to try and get them done in time and all at once, and sometimes without instructions and no sleep, it's obviously very stressful, but I am looking forward to painting them now, because I'm sort of building them and getting ideas, you know? That element of it, of building, is always fun. I quite like assembly, but this was a trial. It's funny, in terms of speed, right? It's this bit here that actually hurts the most. If I had to build like 20 models and it was just torso, legs, slapped together, arm, head, bang, onto the next one, I would be done like in no time. What really seems to take up all of the time is trying to find the actual piece of the model that you need from the sprue itself. So here I just need to find 3 pieces, but on this jigsaw, it's just really tough. And then it's not made any easier by the fact that I haven't slept in 21 hours now? No, wait. That's how long I've been building these models. No, I haven't slept in 31 hours. I'm building the Iron Giant. Look, there should be like a Warhammer thing. You know, it's like don't glue or this can rotate or whatever. There should be like a hurry sign. That's basically like, you're gonna want to do this all at once, so hurry. What's the point in all this, like, being able to move the legs and stuff? You only want to be able to move the legs once, ever. Let's lock in. Let's end this nightmare. There, we've committed. This might look like trash, and people will say, but that looks really dumb, and I'll say, it's a dreadnought. It's meant to look dumb. That's the secret sauce of Warhammer. Oh, come on, we're blasting through it now. Come on. This is a big chunky gun. Oh God, I gotta build another arm, but I hated doing it the first time. Oh my God, we're so close, I can taste it. There we go. And we are done. One Redemptor Dreadnought. Okay, and we have an hour and a half left before we hit 24 hours. And there is still more to go. Because what do a chapter of Space Marines that are in service to the Inquisition need? An Inquisitor, of course. And we've got a Cromlech Resin Inquisitor here. And this will be our final mini before our entire 2,000 points Black Templar Iron Judge's successor chapter Space Marine army is finally built. We're not even gonna clean the model either. We're just gonna assume it's fine. So as always with resin, a little bit of flash to clear up. One downside of resin, aside from the cleanup obviously, having to use super glue. I hate it. The thing about super glue is that it requires extreme patience. I do not have any patience. And of course, our final mini, one Inquisitor for our Inquisitorial Space Marine troops, and one little pig alien dude too. This is our proxy for Inquisitor Greyfax. Oh God, so it is finally over. At least this portion of it, the building element, I suppose. Still more to do. I got all of this built in 23 hours, and I still have plenty of little upgrade sprues and little bits and pieces that I want to add on to my dreadnought and onto my repulsor and onto my predator as well. Little insignias, little Maltese crosses and things like that. So I haven't actually built them, really, to be honest. Not totally. I'll probably add on little details here and there whenever, you know, I have some sleep. And it's funny, I really enjoy assembly, but this was a massive trial. It was way tougher than I was expecting, honestly. Leaving the Redemptor Dreadnought to the end was probably a massive mistake on my part, because to be frank, it was the toughest kit here, I do think. Although the Primaris Crusaders were surprisingly awkward as well. A lot of the time that was wasted whenever building the models was actually just trying to find the bit, like trying to find the actual piece that it needed to go where. But I'm curious to see whether or not the painting will actually be as hard as this was, because this was really tough. And if you want to see all of these Space Marines get painted in a single 24 hours block, then subscribe to the channel to get notified when it comes out. And if you're interested in how I built the list and, you know, the actual buying process of such a huge army all at once, check out this video here. And as always, a huge thanks to my patrons, especially Sonic Bread, Crypto Kev, and John Smith. Thank you so much, guys, and thanks to all of my patrons who allow me to do really dumb stuff like this full time. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to dedicate this time without you guys. And now I think I'm gonna get some sleep because it's been 33 hours since I closed my eyes. Bye-bye! Is that what I usually say? Bye-bye?